It's Mrs. Ferris from Wood Library with my friend Shrinking Violet. Hi! And we're going to have stories today all about pets. So our first one is going to be called, Where Are Mary's Pets? This is written by Clive Scruton with illustrations by him too. It's a flip-flap book and it's published by Candlewick Press. Mary was out in the garden. Mary was all alone. Mary wanted to play with her pets, but where had they all gone? Hello, she called. Mary whistled, and who ran in with a waggy tail and a silly grin? Can you guess? Let's look and see. Oh, Sam, her dog. And who pounced suddenly out of the tree, purring very noisily? What animal purrs? Let's look and see. Oh, Fluffy, her cat. And who came ever so slowly creeping, his house on his back, his small head peeping? Let's look. Oh, it was Henry, her tortoise. It's hard to see because he's right in the center of the book there. It's pretty big. And who splashed out of the old tin bath and came quickly, quackingly down the path? Oh, you know who goes quack, right? Shh. Oh, it's Flip-Flop, her duckling. And who hopped out of the garden rose with floppy ears and a twitching nose? Let's look. Oh, Topsy, her rabbit. And who said, Mary, here I am? Well, of course, it was her lamb, Mary's little lamb. So Mary played all day in the garden with Fluffy and Topsy and Sam and Flip-Flop and Henry the tortoise and, of course, with her little lamb. That's a lot of pets. Should we count them? Let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 pets. That's a lot. Right. Well, one of her pets was a turtle. Can you make a fist like this and we're going to pretend that it's a turtle? I have a little turtle. Yes. He lives in a box. He swims in the puddles and he climbs on rocks. He snapped at a mosquito, and he snapped at a flea. He snapped at a minnow, and he snapped at me. Well, he caught the mosquito, and he caught the flea. He caught the minnow, but he didn't catch me. Shall we do that again? Can you make your turtle with your fist? I have a little turtle who lives in a box. He swims in the puddles and he climbs on rocks. He snapped at a mosquito, he snapped at a flea, he snapped at a minnow, and he snapped at me. He caught the mosquito and he caught the flea. He caught the minnow, but he didn't catch me. Well, let's have another story. And this one is about a little critter. And it's called Just Me and My Puppy. It's written and illustrated by Mercer. And it's a golden book. I wanted a puppy, just for me, so I traded my baseball mitt for one. My sister liked him right away. And boy, were Mom and Dad surprised. They said I could keep him if I took care of him myself. So I'm taking very good care of my puppy. I feed him in the morning. He eats every bite. And then I put on his leash and we go for a walk. I'm teaching my puppy how to heel. That means to stay close by. Looks like he's all tangled up in the leash though. He is learning how to stay, except when he sees a cat. My puppy knows lots of tricks. How to sit, how to play dead, how to roll over. Well, he still needs some practice. But he already knows how to fetch. Oh my goodness, he was supposed to bring back the stick, and he brought back a lady's hat. My puppy is a big help around the house. He's a good guard dog, although he should let the mailman come by. And he brings in the paper from my dad. Sort of. And he keeps me company while I do my homework. You see he's right on top of the book that little critter's using. Sometimes my puppy gets dirty. And then I give him a bath, if I can. I get him nice and dry so he won't catch cold. And then we get ready for bed. Just me and my puppy. Well, I only know one finger play about a dog, and it's not that kind of dog, although I think his puppy would love to eat these, because those are our 5 little hot dogs. And get your pan ready so it's nice and hot to cook them. I've got 5 little hot dogs. They're cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and one went bam. So fold it down. 4 little hot dogs are cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and one went bam. Fold down another. 3 little hot dogs are cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and one went bam. 2 little hot dogs are cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and one went bam. 1 little hot dog is cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and the one went bam. So no little hot dogs are cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and the pan went bam. I think we'll have one more book about pets, and this is about Lola. The library has lots of books about Lola, so you might want to come and see some of the others, but this is Lola Gets a Cat. It's by Anna McQuinn and illustrated by Rosalind Beardshaw. And this book is published by Charlesbridge. Lola loves cats. She wants a real one. Mommy says looking after a cat is a lot of work. Lola decides to find out more. Do you see where she is? She's gone to the library, hasn't she? She learns that cats are super at smelling and hearing. Lola reads all about how to care for cats. She pretends that Dinah is a real cat and practices looking after her. She's got water for her. At last, Mommy agrees. Lola can get a cat. Mommy and Lola find out how to adopt one. At the cat shelter, they meet Jeremy, and he shows them 3 perfect cats. I wonder which one she'll choose. Well, before Lola can decide, one little cat chooses her. Jeremy says moving is scary for cats. He gives Lola a list of things that will help. Lola will be back as soon as everything at home is ready. All the next day, Lola and Mommy shop. What a lot of stuff for such a little cat. Lola and Daddy make a special corner where her cat will settle in. It's got a water bowl and a food bowl on a mat and a little bed and a scratching post. Finally, Lola is ready to bring her cat home. At first, the cat is afraid, but her own blanket makes her feel safe. Lola says not to worry. At home, the little cat stays in her carrier, but after a while, she comes out and sniffs around. Lola watches. She knows her cat isn't ready to play just yet. It's nice she's giving her some space. Lola decides to call her cat Makita. It's the name of an African queen. Lola takes excellent care of Makita. She feeds her and gives her fresh water. One day, Lola's friend Ty brings a special present for Makita. Ty and Lola play with Makita all afternoon. At last, Makita feels right at home. And her favorite thing to do is to snuggle Lola. You see Lola's got cat ears on? Yeah. Every evening, Lola reads to Makita, and tonight's story is about a famous cat. Lola loves her new little cat, and reading with Makita is the best of all. Wasn't that nice? I liked how she let Makita just settle in, because everything at that house was new to that little cat. All right, well, I think you better wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes, wiggle your shoulders, and don't forget your nose. Can you wiggle your elbows and slap your knees and then stretch your arms out and get ready, please, for one more little something on our flannel board. And today, actually, it's not the flannel board, it's the magnetic board. Let's get it so it doesn't reflect on there. And this is a story called Dear Zoo. It's from the book by Rod Campbell. It has a boy in it. I wrote to the zoo to send me a pet, and they sent me I'm going to move him over just a little bit. Elephant. He was too big. I sent him back. So then they sent me a giraffe. He was too tall. I sent him back. So they sent me a lion. He was too fierce. I sent him back. So they sent me do you know what that is? A camel. He was too grumpy. I sent him back. So they sent me a snake. He was too scary. I sent him back. So they sent me a monkey. He was too naughty. I sent him back. So they sent me a frog. He was too jumpy. I sent him back. So they thought very hard and sent me a dog. He was perfect. I kept him. Well, those are our stories today about pets. I wonder if you have a pet at home. Love to hear about it. We'll be back again next week, though, won't we, Violet? With some more stories on a different topic here at Time for Twos online at Wood Library. Bye-bye.